Welcome to week 5 of Hometown Highlights. We'd like to welcome the Kingsley Stags Marching Band for joining us in studio tonight. And what a big night it is. We reached the unofficial halfway point for the regular season. Teams now have an idea of who they are and if they have a shot at the postseason. Cadillac and Traverse City West enter tonight not just thinking about the playoffs, but also winning the Big North Conference title for 2012. Cadillac enters tonight's matchup an undefeated 4-0. West a very impressive 3-1. Most importantly, they're both undefeated in league play. So let's go to Thurlby, where the Coast Guard got things going right away. It's always a special night when you get a Coast Guard flyover. And the Titans and the home crowd, it got them going early. Griffin Forrester here runs up the left side, gives West a 6-3 advantage early on. Then West driving again. This is Donnie Chizik, and man, can Mr. Chizik throw. He steps back, launches a 35-yarder to Tyler Johnson. West now goes up by 10, 13-3. Then West from the 1-yard line, it's Forrester again, slipping up the right side of the pile for the easy score, and the Titans have an early 20-3 advantage. Cadillac, though, they weren't done. If you haven't heard of quarterback Jalen Brooks, you have now. Look at this young man dart through the defense, takes it 80 yards, virtually untouched. The man has got phenomenal skills on the ground. He cuts the lead to 11, but this would all be TC West tonight. They win it by a final of 40-11. Big win for the Titans at home tonight. Well, the Trojans were on the road tonight visiting Ogama Heights, setting up a big game next Friday because TC Central went on and won pretty big as well, 49-21, the final in West Branch. And, of course, that sets up the big matchup just 7 days from now. Traverse City Central, Traverse City West. It'll be a Patriot game this year. Special uniforms will be worn by both teams, and that'll be taking place, as I said, just 1 week from now at Thurlby Field. We got a marquee matchup, and most importantly, that game will have the Big North leading standings on the line. Well, 2 undefeated teams meeting in the Ski Valley South Conference tonight. Onaway visiting Mansalona. Here's Onaway punting near the half. Mansalona, though, muffs the catch, and Jason Sigsby of Onaway recovers, returns it. Unfortunately, the refs pull the whistle, calling him down. Good momentum push, though, for Onaway. Unfortunately, they would not score on that drive. We go to the third quarter now. Wyatt Durr, he's the big fella in the back of the line for the Ironmen. Runs to the sideline here before being brought down by several white jerseys. But the Ironmen chip away before scoring with Durr here. This is a 44-14 lead for Mansalona at this point. Then we're going to go to Trevor Ackler. Mr. Ackler is going to get in on the scoring. Durr is a tough act to follow for the Mansalona offense, but Ackler does an impressive job getting in the end zone there. They lead at 50-14 at this point. They go on to win pretty handedly to lead the Ski Valley South 56-14. Let's check things with Ann Cook.
Thanks, Harrison. The Kingsley Stags are in the house, marching band in studio, but they're also looking to secure a Northwest Conference title and a big run this postseason. A true test stood in front of them tonight as they hosted Frankfort, a team that's made the playoffs 17 years straight. This game wrapped up pretty fast, but it was a close one. The Stags remain undefeated in the Northwest and are lined up for a big matchup next week against Glen Lake, who got a big win tonight over Mesick, 53-0. Benzie Central looking to redeem themselves after a big loss to Glen Lake last week, and the name of the night was Javier Rodriguez. Rodriguez left the game early last week due to injury, but was back with a vengeance. You see him here on the run. He had the first touchdown of the game. They're up 0. Here you see him with the grab, and now we go to a little tight end action. I even missed the play on the fake. He got a grab from the quarterback, big run down the outside for the touchdown. A few moments later, we go here to quarterback Corey Bach, and this is Javier with the interception. He plays it both ways.
Does it on both ends of the field.
He does it all. He's an all defensive
man. You weren't kidding about player of the game.
He keeps his feet moving, finally gets taken down, and the coaches love this one, as they should. Benzie would go on to win this one by a score of 22-13, Then we're back with Kalkaska and Charlevoix tonight. The Raiders trying to pick up their first win of the season. We pick it up. Kalkaska's Will Noble hits Zach Hill for the first down. That drive stalls, but Charlevoix with the ball now. Nate Moon drops back and passes to Charlie Hamilton for an athletic catch. Then Will Noble will drop back and throw it deep to Zach Hill. He will grab it and go. Unfortunately, he gets brought down at the 1-yard line. Next play, Noble will take it himself, and you'll see Kalkaska score. Later, we get a little bit more noble here. He gives it to Hill, and he gets another big play for the Blazers. This one, they go on to win 24-7.
All right, welcome back to Hometown Highlights. Stay with us. We'll have more from the Kingsley Stags Marching Band in just a little bit. We're going to start this next segment, though, with former Big North Conference rivals. That would be Sheboygan and Petoskey. They met once again tonight. Let's go over to Ann Cook, who has more.
Defending BNC champs looking for a big non-conference win to move above 500, the Chiefs hope to add to their successful season just outside the top 10 rankings in Division 4. We will let the drum line get things going tonight. Another fabulous band. We pick it up, and Sheboygan will throw a pick to Kurt Butcher, setting up Petoskey for this next big play, digging the pink jerseys. Quinn Amiel will draw it back and launch it to Patrick Odines, and he will get it all the way to the 1-yard line. Next play here, Chase Lettingham will get the ball and dive into the end zone for the score. Sheboygan will answer on this next play, as Damon Proctor will get Stan Swiderek for the score. Petoskey will end up being too much for the Chiefs. They win 33-14.
This is a nice touch, though. I like those pink jerseys for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. I know a lot of teams are doing it. Let's go to Highlands Conference now. Big-time battle, McBain and Lake City. Jared Lahr complete a pass to Christopher Iowenga there. Sorry, Mr. Iowenga, if I'm screwing up your name. 4 minutes left now. Lahr gets rid of the ball just before he's sacked. Right into the hands of Brian Mulder, though. Good play there. Lake City would take the ball back with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half when Lahr unfortunately makes a mistake. He throws a pick to Kevin Kunkel, who's immediately brought down. McBain gets the ball, tries to get down the field here. It's a pass. Zachary Stevens gains them 7 yards on the second down play with about a minute or so left in the first half. The ball goes back to Lake City, who then fumbles the ball and turns it back over to McBain. So the Trojans didn't really hang on to it for a while there. Unfortunately, they couldn't score as well, but the scoring in the end, Lake City always has it in bunches. Not as high scoring as the Trojans usually are, but they win this one tonight, final 28-13. Let's head over to some 8-on-8 action in Bel Air. This is some exciting football, folks, if you can tune in to an 8-on-8 game. Bel Air hosting Posen, and Zach Smith right away. Just a few plays into the game with a huge touchdown run from about the 30 gives the Eagles an 8-0 lead. Posen would show some offense. Brandon Deitz here passes to Nick Hinka, and Hinka can speed down those sidelines. The sidelines are actually a little shorter than they are, skinnier than they are on 8-on-8, but still a lot of fast runners in this one. Here's Chase Small, though, on the ensuing kickoff return. And Small is going to break a few tackles and go all the way down that left sideline. Plenty of blockers helping him along the way. That's an 80-yard return by my count. I was there. I think it was about 80 yards, 24-6. Hinka adds another score for the Vikings here, but it was all the Eagles in this exciting matchup. Total 90 points scored, 50-40. Bel Air, your winners there. But we're here with the Kingsley Stags Marching Band and joining us all night long. And quickly, before we get to one more performance from them, we want to ask these guys a couple questions. Guys, last week I did a Q&A with the band about what their future plans are. I want to know about the history of you guys and your instruments. How many of you guys have played in band for 5 years? Raise your hands. All right, let's go even farther. How about 10 years? How many guys have played for 10 years in band? No, nobody. 8. So we got some veterans here, 5 years, some guys that have been around the band a year or two. All right, most importantly, Kingsley, big matchup next week. Do they go over Glen Lake? Are they going to win the Northwest Conference title? Raise your hands if you think that's going to happen. That's unanimous, as we figured it might be. They might be a little biased, but we'll see in the game next week. All right, that's going to do it for the interview portion. We're going to let them do what they do best, play some music for you. One more time, the Kingsley Stags Marching Band.
1, 2, 3, 4.